What is up? Thank you for tuning into the Fantasy Football Network. It's your boy Steve here with Dynasty Life Fantasy Football, and I'm here to give you the scout team report on the Minnesota Vikings for week three. So we are playing at home this week, so I'm not worried about the weather at all. Horrible game last week, but I think we lean a little bit more on the run this week. So I think Kirk Cousins could throw one or two touchdowns here, maybe 250 to 275 yards or so. Like I said, I think they lean on Cook a little bit more this game, but hopefully Kirk doesn't repeat that three in tow performance there. So if you are starting Kirk in a one QB league, it's probably because you have to. Otherwise, you're not starting Kirk. Dalvin Cook, as I just mentioned, I think he gets a lot more work this game. Coach has said they want to get him more involved. Obviously, last game just falling behind early, they kind of just abandoned the run. Only 6 rushing attempts for Cook last game, 17 yards. So wasn't looking good for him there, but I do expect him to be heavily involved. This game, expect him to get 20, 25 touches. Justin Jefferson, last game, still 12 targets. I mean, 6 catches, only 48 yards. Wasn't great, but had a decent game. I expect that to change this game, obviously. See him back to his normal self. Maybe 8, 9 catches at that 100-yard mark or so with the touchdown. We'll see what happens there. But of course, you're playing JJ every week regardless. Adam Thielen had 4 catches for 50 yards, 97% snap share. And even with the negative game script, he still wasn't heavily involved as kind of you'd like him to be. So we're still sitting Adam Thielen. We're not playing Adam Thielen yet. Same thing with KJ Osborne. We're not playing KJ Osborne. Only 2 targets, 2 catches. He's just not involved in the offense. On the other hand, Irv Smith, a lot more involved this week, played 56% of the snaps, which is still kind of low, but he did get like 8 targets, I believe it was. Yes, 8 targets. He had the touchdown, so he looked good. Also dropped the touchdown, so he could have had a way bigger day. But I don't think I'm starting Irv Smith. Again, I think they're going to lean on the run a little bit more, and Irv Smith, even still, only 56% of the snaps last week. I'm waiting until he gets integrated a little bit more. He's still coming back from that injury. They're slowly kind of bringing him back. And even with that negative game script, only the 5 catches there. As far as the defense is concerned, we're not playing this defense, of course. We just looked absolutely horrible. When it comes to IDP positions, I mean, we do have a few injuries. I know Eric Kendricks had a slight injury, but it's nothing that's going to keep him off the field, so you don't need to worry there. The only one you would need to worry about would be Harrison Smith. Harrison Smith under the concussion protocol, so he will miss this week's game. He's already been ruled out. But Harrison Smith, I mean, great last game, 13 tackles, so it sucks that he'll be out. Otherwise, of course, you're definitely starting him, as well as Danielle Hunter. 5 tackles for Danielle Hunter. He had a sack, and I think they took it away. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but they wound up taking it away. But we're playing Danielle Hunter. We're also playing Zadarius Smith. Good game last game. He looks kind of back to his almost normal self, 3 tackles and a sack. So back-to-back weeks with a sack there. So I'm comfortable playing both Danielle Hunter and Zadarius Smith, as well as Eric Kendricks, of course. Kind of rounded back into form. Last game, he had 8 tackles. Like I said, the injury won't keep him out of the game, but I'm comfortable starting Eric Kendricks. Hicks, on the other hand, only 3 tackles, but he did have an interception, did lead the team in tackles that first game. So I'm still comfortable starting Hicks because he did have that interception. I expect him maybe to get a few more tackles here. But that's going to wrap it up for your week three for the Minnesota Vikings scout team report. Again, Steve from Dynasty Life Fantasy Football, and I'll see y'all next week with next week's scouting report. Skol Vikings.